You alright lads, this is the Geordie Jedi here doing my next football season review. For the next review it's Southampton. They've had a funny season, Southampton. They seem to have done really well but not gone particularly high up the table, which is a weird feeling almost. I mean, they've done well, they're higher than us, they're higher than the majority of teams, but it's more of a weird feeling. You know, with people like Lambert and Lallana and Luke Shaw in particular really coming into their own and you know, being talked about quite a bit. It feels like they should be higher than they are. But main reason for this is they haven't done brilliantly against some of the bigger teams. I mean, Manchester United they've done well against, but apart from that they haven't really destroyed anyone. They haven't. Same with all the smaller teams. They haven't destroyed anyone. They've just, you know, won regularly or drawn regularly. They haven't. It's very rare they've ever gotten, say, 6-5-0s, which obviously doesn't happen to most teams. But you see me point. They haven't absolutely outclassed a team. They've just beaten them or drawn with them or lost to them. Whenever they've lost to a team, it's very rare they've actually put in a bad performance. It's just bad luck mostly. You know, they'll put in a good performance and lose, which is unlucky, but, you know, quite frankly, if you put in a good performance, you feel a bit better about losing, you know. Yeah, it just generally feels better. At least you've tried, at least you've done your best to try to win, and if you didn't win, then that's either bad luck or the other team played better, which could be considered bad luck as well, but you see me point. They've done, to be honest, Southampton are always well known for bringing up youngins. Well, I'm probably classed as a youngin, but I mean, the youth system is amazing. They always bring in brilliant players. I mean, Walcott, I believe, used to play from Bale did before he moved to Tottenham. Obviously, Luke Shaw. There's quite a few people who came up through the Southampton youth system and did brilliantly. I mean, Alan Shearer, he played for them. I can't recall if he played from the youth system, but he played for them first before he played for Newcastle. So they really do have an eye for either bringing up the right youths to play, or bringing in the right youths to play. So, you know, Southampton, so long as they keep that general kind of thing up, they'll always do alright. They'll always be able to bring in the right players, the right young players to sell on for profit. It's a bit of a shame, but Southampton are a good team, but they're quite a selling club these days. You know, they'll come up with an amazing player and then sell him on. I mean, Luke Shaw, I mean, I hope he doesn't go anywhere. Southampton's the best club for him, certainly for at least one more year. But, you know, he could leave. Lallana could leave. Lambert's already left, but he's not really a youth person. But, you know, Lambert really is an up and coming. For me, I'd prefer him in the England squad. I'd prefer him over Lampard easily, over Henderson easily. It's him and Gerrard would be brilliant, but see what happens in the World Cup. Anyways, for next season, first of all they're gonna have to bring in a new manager because Pochettino's left for no reason. I don't know if they're getting Oviedo back. He's a good player, but he is a bit of a pest off the field. Essentially a Balotelli who doesn't play as well. So they'll need a striker. Certainly if they've got rid of Lambert and Oviedo isn't coming back. And even if he does come back, I'd get a striker. For me, it depends on how much money they have, because I'm not 100% certain on their finances. They generally do alright, but what you want is a young player again. You know, I mean, Lukaku's thinking about leaving. Southampton would be pretty good for him unless he could go to Everton. Personally, Southampton would probably be the better club for him. I think there's not many options to their kind of funding with their size of club. You know, you're going to need a lot of funding to bring in a top class player. They're just going to have to search. Manager wise, again, there's not much options. Pochettino was an idiot to leave yous. I mean, he's you know, Tottenham managers just do not do well with their chairmans. with their chairman and the board. You know, they never bring in the right players for them, so I don't know why he's bothered. Personally, Southampton's probably a bit of a better club right now than Tottenham, for me personally. So, managers, Di Matteo, maybe. Roberto Di Matteo, he'd be pretty good. Chris Hughton isn't really an option. I mean, he's an alright manager, I personally quite like him, but you know, it's not necessarily right for use. There's not many managers going. I suppose David Moyes could be an option. I mean, I know he didn't do well at Man U, but personally it's partly because he did not get the right players in. Also, his style of play did not suit Manchester United at all. So David Moyes might be good for years, I'm not 100% certain. Anyways, overall you've had a pretty good season. I think you'll have quite a bit of money because you're high up the league. Plus you didn't spend a massive amount last transfer window, so you should do alright for yourselves. It's been the Jody Jedi. If you can leave a like, it really helps. Comment if you want, subscribe if you want. May the force be with you.